If you clicked on this video, you're probably getting ready to get prepared for your first hiking adventure, or you're just trying to brush up on some mistakes you possibly could overlook. I'm going to share with you a few of the common mistakes that I've made, that my friends have made, and that mistakes that I've just seen other people make that we should hopefully avoid on our first successful hiking trip. Let's get into it. One of the first things you need to do before you even touch the trail is get a hold of yourself a map. Most state forests and certain trails usually offer some form of disposable map that you can pick up, full of information, where you're going, what you should expect, the wildlife, all sorts of things that you should know before you go onto the trail. Now, the other thing you could do if this isn't available is sometimes you'll find stuff like this. Just take a picture of this large map, get an idea of where you're going, where you're heading, and what you could run into. Also, this helps you with stuff like finding points of interest, landmarks, etc., things that you may want to actually check out. But there's a lot of important stuff in here for this trail that I'm particularly at that might be the trail that you're going to. I'm going to show you that right now. The important thing I wanted to show you that you can find out more about in the maps is symbols that you may see along the trail. Now, if you first saw this and you had no clue what you were looking at, this would be pretty confusing or you wouldn't think anything of it. But these are all over the trail. And this particular one signals you'll be making a left turn to go further down the trail. You'll see the little post behind me pointing you out the other way. Now, those posts are not all over this trail. They are only in a few particular sections, mainly close to the trailheads. And there's 8 miles between these two trailheads. So you're not going to see them for quite a while. So definitely worth taking the map, learn about your signal flares, learn about your locations of interest, and make sure you don't get lost. So always take a map. A few map alternatives if they don't have paper maps or a board map at your trailhead. Also look online on the forestry's website, look up the trail. There's always something somewhere. And if not, check out the apps AllTrail and TrailLink. A lot of those have a lot of great information as far as trails in your area, new trails you may not know about, but they provide maps, GPS locations, etc. So you should be fine. Always go with the map. Always know where it is you're going. The next tip I have for you is to make sure you tell somebody where you're going, how long you should be, so that way you have somebody who can keep a tab on you just in case something were to happen. I know a lot of people will think, oh, well, I got the GPS with SOS, or I have my cell phone with me. Well, heaven forbid a tree branch were to have fell and knocked you out, or you fell somewhere and got severely hurt. There's a good chance you might not be able to activate that SOS warning. So if somebody knows where you're at and how far away you could be, they can at least get somebody in the area to take a look for where you're at and make sure you're alive and okay. The next tip I have for you is to always be prepared. You never know what you're going to need when you're out there, and once you're out there, you never know how you're going to get it. And I'm talking everything from water to having the simple things, food, little granola bars. I usually try to aim for the ones that don't have chocolate or peanut butter, especially this time of year because it melts, it becomes a mess. It becomes so hard to eat as it's covering your fingers. Next would be, most importantly, a first aid kit. Always have something like that on you. You never know if somebody's going to get hurt. You never know if you're going to get hurt yourself. And it's at least good to have something that can cover the basics of an injury if need be. So that way it doesn't get worse, it doesn't get infected. Maybe you need to stay hydrated. Those come with electrolyte tabs. I have another video, I'll put it in the bio below, but check that out. I talk about my top budget-friendly picks. That's part of it. This is part of it, as well as a couple other things. So if you get a second, go check that out. See a couple of those items. They're easy to get. So just always be prepared. It's easily one of the best ways to make sure you don't have a bad time. The next important piece of advice I have for you is just take it all in. Get a little focus in there, bam. Take it all in. Take your time, enjoy everything you're seeing. Take your pictures, take your videos, take whatever you can. And hey, if you want to show me, tag me on my Instagram at Andrew Miller Mileage. I'll put it in there. Show me where you're going on your hikes. This is one of mine. It's one of the swamps out here. It's absolutely beautiful this time of year, but always, always, always take advantage of every second you have out there, because you never know the next time you're going to be out at these places. This place, I'm very lucky, very blessed. It is local. It is actually only about 20 to 15 minutes from where I live, so I can be out here whenever I want. But I haven't been back up to the High Point Mountain in a few months, and honestly, I don't think I got to take in as much as I wish I would have, but I definitely will be back soon. So make sure you enjoy every aspect, every piece. I know some people be like, oh, it's all touristy, you're taking too much time. Don't worry about that. You have time, but you have a limited amount of time on this earth, so enjoy every bit of it. Another really important thing about why you should plan is you never know what kind of things you can run into. This, for instance, is a drinking water station. So 8 miles in, if you ever need a refill, there is clean drinking water, as well as a building right over there that has fully stocked, fully operational bathrooms. So if you don't have the stuff with you to go to the bathroom, you could probably snag a little bit from in there, but you'll always be prepared. Keep yourself stocked up on TP, a trowel so that way you can bury your number 2, and something to hold some water in, because water is available some places. The final and most important piece of all of this is to turn this video off and just go out and do it. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna forget stuff, you're gonna wish you had something when you're out there. Make those mistakes. If you make a good one that I forgot here, put it in the comments below. But just enjoy yourself. You gotta have fun. That's the reason you wanted to get out here in the first place, is you wanted to have a good time. You didn't want to stress. You don't want to sit here and try to think of every possible mistake you could make, because that's when you're gonna make the mistakes you didn't think of. So that's all for me today. I hope you guys have a great time on your first hiking adventure. Make sure you stay safe, stay clean, and have fun. I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.